What's going on, guys? And for the win here, we are back with our franchise mode as the Detroit Red Wings. And what a turnaround we've had this season. Starting off a little bit rocky. Made kind of a big trade right there, shipping off Larkin, improving the top six, and we are now 40, 13, and 9. So, yeah, quite the turnaround. First line's doing better. And, reading through the comments, people saying, try Zadina back on the right wing side. That's when he was getting his massive amounts of points. It was with Hughes, but all right, well, let's try him back on that right wing side. Put Zikov over on the one time. Not that he takes a huge amount of shots, but whatever. You know, we'll see. It's, you know, maybe he could produce on that side still. Maybe Zadina needs to be on this side. We'll check. We'll see what happens here. So mainly, Zadina is at 32 points. Let's see what he does in the last 20 games. If he can go on about a point per game pace, he'll get a 50-point year. And either way, his contract allows for these kind of years to happen. I mean, that's look at the it's only $4 million. It's crazy. All right. So other than that, we're pretty much keeping everything else the same. Now, when it comes to trades, maybe just pick up another depth forward. That's probably the only thing we're gonna do here. Is snag another depth forward, because I don't really think we need to change up the lineup at all. I like the locker room chemistry. I'm not shipping anyone out. Maybe just bring one more depth guy in here. So let's see what we have around depth value to cough up. Schmidt, I don't think I'm using this guy. I know he's a low elite, but I'm not using him at all. Got a couple other low elites I could toss in here. And goalie-wise, no fringe starters or anything. So yeah, it would just be one of those dudes. Maybe Schmidt, because I know he's like hasn't really gone anywhere. I'll double check that, because I'm pretty sure it won't show up here, but I could check his overall in progress reports. Yeah, let me just double check that real quick. Although he might not grow, or might not have been growing here, obviously, but I'll still be able to find him, and we can check where his overall is at. And I'm in I'm in the NHL, so that doesn't help, does it? There we go. He would be... Oh, unless it's not going to show him because I don't even have him uncovered. That might be the case. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he was a low elite, and that's the reason we have him scratched. Yeah, and I don't think he's still low everywhere else. So we could use him to go for a depth guy. And that's probably what we'll do. Because I don't necessarily need him anymore. So let's see. Let's sort by overalls here. Kopaka. 1 year left, no extension. What is this guy like? He's 26. Two-way forward, not amazing. Yeah, he's probably too much for like a depth type guy. They have a lot though on. All right, how about Terry? Troy Terry? No, I don't. His defense is a bit low. All right, no one there from Anaheim. Let's keep going here. Kraus. Sorelli. Let's check some of these guys. Sorelli's not... Ooh, I kind of like Sorelli. He could take face-offs. He's good defensively. Has a physical game. 90 poise. 82 discipline. Ooh, I really like Sorelli. I think we could snag that guy. Holy crap, that would be... I would like that for depth. Alright, let's find that dude. Yeah, I'm going to throw this Schmidt guy in there. That should be enough. Yeah, we don't know his value, but I'm pretty sure it's, it's low elite. And he's 22, and he's got to be still in his 60s. Otherwise, I'd be playing him. If not, he's barely into his 70s, and he's 22. And we have plenty of other good options. So we're going to throw him in there. See what they say to this. I'm not too sure. Yeah, hugely inflated by my scout. Hard to say. So I might have to deal with someone I actually know about, which is not the biggest of deals. Just does make things a little bit harder. We had a couple forwards there that were low elites that were really not looking like they'd pan out. So we could throw one of them in. Like 56 at 20. That's a pretty rough run. Yeah, he's a two-way forward, but... we could throw that one in. Now, the value right there is pretty comparable, but the block doesn't match, so we might have to throw something in that they'd want. But let's see what they say to this. No, not quite. Okay. Not where I need to be in value. And they also might not want to give this guy up at all. Which would suck, but a bit understandable. What could I throw in here? Fortunately, we don't have any like low tier goalies or even really that many low tier players. I mean, I could throw this guy in to sweeten it. And that should work. Like, he should have a bit of enough value. Alright, let's see. That should go through. No, really. Assessment on the value too. I don't know, man. So, chuck in a pick or something, I guess. That's probably what'll have to happen. They do want this guy, but not enough value. I'd rather go 1-for-1 or player and a pick. So, could we get a... I think that might be too high. I'm going to see what kind of picks we can get away with. It won't be a 6. I think that'll be too low, but I want to test that before I go too overboard. Let's work up. I'm not going to go past a 4. If I can't get this guy for this kind of deal, I'm not going past a 4. That's for sure. A bit off. Okay, so if we moved up to a 4, we'll be able to get this. So we won't have a 4, but whatever. We don't even need to draft that well anymore. Anyway, now's the time where we could just start moving dudes around. We don't even have anyone unsigned that we want to flip for picks. So it really doesn't matter that much. We do have a few guys unsigned. Maybe need to get signed. So I could maybe see if someone is going to be on contract who's really not going to pan out. Now, I kind of want to hold on to these guys only because they're 23.75. They could still become role players, and maybe we could use them. I like the grinder. This awareness is a bit low, but we'll see. I really like this guy. Awareness is high, his other stuff not so much. But yeah, I kind of want to see where both those guys go before I make a move on them. Elniak. Again, same thing, but maybe take a choice on some of these guys. If I want to stock up on more picks. That's if. I don't even know if I will want to. Probably not. Everyone else is kind of in a good spot. I don't know about this guy. He could be a new 19. 24. Yeah, he was just drafted, so he might have just turned 19. So I can hold on to, yeah, I don't even think I'm going to go for any more picks. I think we're just going to have the picks that we have. We're just going to go with 6. Or we have this. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. How did I not see that? Was I all mixed up? I don't even know. Anyway, we still have 7 picks total. That'll be enough, especially with that pick. That Nashville pick actually turned out to be really good. Oh, my God. Well, man, when things are going right, things are going right. But I think that's going to be our trade deadline. We're just going to swoop up one additional depth guy. I don't think he'll be put on the team. I think he might be down in the AHL right now. And yeah, he is, so I'm going to have to bring him up. So let's do that. Call him up here. And there we have it. There is our team. But I think I'm going to leave VC in there because he's on the penalty kill. Penalty kill's doing well. Fourth line has been doing better. But it's always an option to throw in Sorelli here. He could go center or elsewhere. Speaking of which, like, he might be someone since Rasmussen is no longer playing power play. You can maybe throw him in for Rasmussen as well to get more defense on that fourth line. We'll see how things go in the playoffs, but that is always a big option here. Makes that a bit more defensive. Yeah, we still have, Roosevelt there who's not as defensive, but it does give us a few more options here. Okay, so now we continue. That's the trades that we're going to make. Don't need to pick up any more picks. We don't really have anything that I want to flip. So let's move it. Let's sim to the end of the season, get ourselves towards the playoffs. So let's see Zadina. What do you have? 32 points, I believe it was. Yeah, because he needed 18 to hit 50. He needs 18 points in 20 games. Don't know if that'll happen. But we'll see. That's a big... Okay, at least he's not out for too long. March 13th. But Brendan Funk being injured right there. Not exactly what we wanted. But I could just throw in Mr. Depth Guy. I'm just going to throw him in everywhere because, yeah, he's been pissed. Plus, he's an enforcer, and that's funny as hell. Want to see if that guy will actually fight. Throw in Draper. 6-3 win on the deadline. Good start to this new month. All right, one loss in there. Now you just got to... Okay, Dallas is a tough team. Oh, my goodness. Of course, I trade for a forward and immediately 2 defensemen get injured. Because that has to happen. You can't just... Yeah, that does have to happen. Fuck me. You know what? We're doing it. We're doing it. Yeah. We're doing it. He's good enough defensively. I can't be bothered to bring someone up from the AHL right now just for a few games until Funk comes back there. Like, yeah, I'm not going to be bothered to do that shit. It's hilarious, though. Draper, 12 penalty minutes. Looks like he is a fighter. I like that. Get some toughness in here at the end of the year. All right. Sorelli out for Draper as well. There we go. All right, let's win some more games. We lost a few here with those injuries. Good response right there. Playing some tough teams right here, but we got to play these teams in the playoffs, and there you go, another W. Hilbert fully healed. Was he out, or was that? Yes, he was. I believe he was right here. Indeed, he was. 20-79, two-way forward. He's looking good. At least a third liner in his future. A few losses here. Not extremely excited. It's definitely not the crazy streak that we were on before. Maybe another franchise goal. I'm letting someone else take that. Let someone else get good. I already have another one in the system. Decent picks right here. How about low elites? Oh my goodness, plenty. How are they spread out? Fairly well. I want to get this guy because he's already being scouted. He's more spread out than anyone else. Might as well get this guy scouted while I'm here. And what I mean by spread out is where their projected draft ranking is. The 60s would be good to see too. And I'll probably let the rest go with it. All right. We'll do that one too. And that should be fine. Yeah, that'll be fine for now. All right, answer back. There you go. Valhalati. Damn. All of a sudden, tons of injuries to our defense here. Very interesting. All right, let's string together some wins here. I'm sick of that win-loss stuff. Well, got 2 and then we lose again. That's kind of been the month right here. McIsaac is back. How has this guy done? A lot he's in the box a lot. All right. Put McIsaac back in there. Good toughness there. But I don't know how much it helped the team. Come on. There you go. There you go. That's what I like to see. Good stuff right there. Philly is a good team. Can we beat them? No. Lose to them 3-1. We have a 51 year though, but I don't want to see another magic number. So do what you can, guys. There you go. Closer. Closer. Don't lose these last 2 games and we're solid. There you go. All right. Great end of the season. 5-game win streak to end it. And we didn't hit 20 regulation losses. That's what you like to see. All right, we're taking on Florida here in the first round. Good end of the season for us, though. I want to see what Zadina did, particularly at the end of that season. How everyone did. Locker room chemistry still pretty good in the mid-70s, 72. Can't be mad. Watch, what's his name, have the most fights on our team with only playing that short amount of time. 119-point season. Good enough for presidents once again. Brain fart. Okay. 3.15 goals for per game, 2.06 goals against per game. Great ratio. 22.2% on the power play. Pretty dang good. 82.6 on the PK. Now, that got a little bit worse over time. But it still wasn't bad. Wasn't great, but it was, you know, average, I'd say. 4 shorties. 28-9-4 home ice. 27-9-5 on the road. 8-2 in the last 10. But yeah, once again, great season. But we don't care about presidents, etc., etc. We want to get back to the ultimate prize. Great year for Hughes. 88 points, 51 goals. He was a 50-goal scorer, man. That is crazy good. Paling had a 71-point year with 37 goals. I really like this guy. He gets goals and assists. Zikov, 67 points. Mantho, 63. Byfield, 63. Kovacs, 59. Zadina only at 44. 32. And then he went up. He got 12 points in 20 games played, which I'm trying to do quick math. I don't know if that's 12 and 20 versus, I might have to whip out the calculator for that because I kind of want to. So 0.6 goals per game compared to 0.51 or 5.2 points per game before that. So yes, his points, his point per game definitely went up in that last stretch from being back on the right wing side. So I think if he had the entire year like that, over 82, he would have had at least a 50-point year. So that's good to know. All right, so he did increase in scoring over on that side, so okay. We'll do that. Decent power play production, but dude, look at Hughes' power play. Dude, ridiculous. Hughes is just a machine. Absolute machine. Pretty nuts. Haskins had 39 points. Veleno with 35. Pretty good depth effort. Yeah, Rasmussen didn't have much. Okay. Fourth line dropped back down to some minuses there. Defensively, Jones, 55 points, plus 33. Gostisbehere with 47, plus 24. Vahalati, only 22 points, but a great plus-minus. Funk, great plus-minus. McIsaac, Chubarov, even Draper was a +2. Speaking of which, I want to see, he probably outfought everyone. Paling fought. No, he tied with Chubarov. Oh my god, it's all our defensemen fighting. Tied in fights with Chubarov and Funk, but he only played 11 games. Peyton Draper. That's goddamn hilarious. Big fighter. Paling actually fought too. What a beast. Alright, goaltender. This is the big one. Yeah, he did drop down, but not a whole hell of a lot. But yeah, actually it was quite a bit. But still incredible stats. I mean, pretty ridiculous. And Blackwood, great year as a backup. 26 points in 18 games played, putting up these kind of numbers. Really good. 42 win year for Komisarek, 8 shutouts and those kind of stats. He'll be in contention once again for the Vezina and the William M. Jennings. That much is clear. Who are our rookies? Haskins, decent rookie year for him. Roosevelt, McIsaac, Andre. Yeah, we had a bunch of different rookies this year, 4 to be exact. And now we shall look at the league. Yevgeny Malkin, top in points, 96. Very interesting. Hughes up there. He had 88, but Malkin, 96. Scheifele with 92. Again, bit of a lesser scoring year. All right, but Jack Hughes going to win himself that Maurice Richard with a 51-goal campaign. Very good. Let's see, plus-minus leaders for forwards. Paling up there, tied with Malkin. All right. Let's check the shooters. Hughes with the most shots, but shooting percentage-wise, you kind of have to give it to Malkin. Yeah, you'd have to give it to Malkin. Who's the most clutch, though? That might be Hughes as well. Yeah, 13 of his goals were game winners. And that's still impressive. Yes, he has 51 goals, but that many game winners is very impressive. Matthews is still pretty good. 8 out of 30. 58-point Matthews. Well worth the money, huh? Well, oh my god, they even extended him again. How like the Leafs. All right. Power play goal leader. Yep, that's Hughes with 18. Power play point leader. Might be Hughes again. No, Crosby, Malkin up there. Then Hughes. All right. Shorties. Jack Eichel with 3. Look at him go. Turning him into a good little player there. Total points, only 4 this year. And that's a Scarbelli. Okay. Now let's check the defensive stuff. Oh, Barzal. No, Hughes is going to be actually in contention for the Selke. Heischer's right up there. So Heischer's got like tremendous more stats, but we're out hitting him. Not out shot blocking him, but better ratio. Not playing on the PK though. That might come into effect. He sure is. But plus minus is big from Hughes. Plus 29. You could. I think you could have him up there. You got to also consider McDavid too, but Hughes could be right up there with those guys. So keep an eye on that. We'll have to remember that. He might actually get himself the Selke this year. It's a possibility. Don't know if he will, but it's a definite possibility, I think. And let's move over to defenseman. Once again, Cale Makar leads the league in points with 62, 21 goals, 41 assists, 62 points. They'll probably give it to Doughty or Provorov, though. Yeah, probably. Which is fine. Excuse me. I'd actually prefer Provorov. It's just, yeah. Well, Doughty has way more ice time. So he might be playing even more. We'll see what the game decides. And last but not least, well, we have to check rookies too. So it's not even last, but goalies. Oops. One more. Let's see. Is our man still on top of the game? No! No, no, no. A 38-year-old Ben Bishop fucks up everyone's predictions. Unbelievable. He always does this at the end of his career. He just goes absolutely ham for no reason. Hasn't this happened just a few times in different franchises where Bishop comes out of nowhere at the end of his career and just puts up monster numbers, especially in the playoffs, where he like stopped 70-something shots against us in an overtime game? I distinctly remember that. I believe it was New York for the Cup final. He had like a 75-shot performance and only allowed like 1 goal, and we lost like 2-1 in overtime. It was ridiculous. Oh, man. Komisarek, though, still up there. But holy hell. I mean, he allowed less goals in more games played. Like, that's ridiculous. Fucking Ben Bishop, dude. That's actually stupid. Komisarek did great. Like, don't take anything away from Komisarek. But Ben Bishop just had one of those fucking... Yeah, he just did a thing. He did a thing. And no one was going to stop him from doing this thing. Dude, even at... Yeah, well, of course he had more shots against. It wasn't that big of a margin. Just about 104. Actually, that makes sense. 25 shots a game on average. Yeah. Dude, insane year from Ben Bishop. That's just ridiculous. Yeah, give him everything. Give him all the trophies. All right. Let's check out the rooks. Kim Nylander. 57 points. Pay him $9 million. Clearly he's earned it. Capaduca. Yeah. Let's see any goalies. They're never going to give a Calder to a goalie, but there could be some good ones here. Like this guy. How do you not give the Calder to this guy amidst that stuff? Amidst the top guy only getting like 50-something points. This guy played 57 games, had 6 shutouts. His name's Rohan, for God's sakes. I know he's 25, but look at those numbers. Those are exceptional numbers. Those are really exceptional numbers for a rookie goaltender. But they never give it to rookies. So obviously you don't get your hopes up. But my goodness, those are really good numbers. Like, he's obviously not on a great team. 30, 20, and 4, putting up those numbers. No, he should have a better record than that. That's just really good. I mean, it's actually really good. got to be impressed with it. All right. He's not going to win it. We know that. But that's okay. So, all right. Moving on here. Getting ready for the playoffs. Taking on Florida in round 1. So what is going to happen here? What do they got to throw against us? Huberdeau, Barkov, Holloway, Pekorkin, Trocheck, Dadonov, Tippett, Borgstrom, Scarabelli. Very good depth, but lacking the elite talent in certain places. Pedersen, Ekblad. That's a solid defensive core. You know what? That's actually pretty good because their top 6 is better than average. Maybe their top 4 is worse than average, but I think they're still really good. Oh yeah, and fucking Subban, who did outstanding. Maybe it wasn't last year. He did outstanding 1 year. Maybe it was. I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway, but that's the thing we're gonna have to take on. Compared to us, we definitely have better talent across the board. Still, our second line isn't to where it could be, but I think, it's still very, very serviceable. Byfield getting better. Hopefully, continues to get better. Hopefully, he can produce with this line. Third line, they're going to have a lot to prove to me. I want to see Haskins and Kovacs get some work done. And whatever else, we'll see. But defensive core, this should just shut everyone down, combined with Komisarek. Like, if we're having troubles defensively, that's not a good sign. But we'll see what happens. I will be tempted to take out Rasmussen if things don't go wrong. Or if things go wrong. Not things don't go wrong. Oh my god, we won 3 games in a row. Get the fuck out of here, Rasmussen. Alright. So, let's see what happens here. Game 1. Home ice, of course. Get the job done. Don't let the president's curse be a thing. 4-2 victory, game 1. Solid job. Game 2. Keep it up. Just keep it flowing. Get another one. Ooh, 4-2 loss. All right. Even the series back up. They're not going to go down. Going into their building now. Don't want to give them the momentum. Let's guarantee the split right here in Game 3. Detroit, get the job done. Cool. I don't think he was out. I have to check, though, because I'm not sure. He was not. All right, 3-1 win in Game 3. Solid. 2-1 series lead now. Guaranteed ourselves a split on the road. Let's make it 2 in a row and get the vice grips on the series right here. There it is, 2-1. There we go. We got the defense working. Even if Subban goes cheese mode, we got the defense working. 3-1 series lead. Back on home ice for Game 5. A chance to end it. Move on to the second round. Detroit wins it 6-2. There you go. Clinical last few games there. We shut them down defensively and, got goals when we needed them. In this game, we had everything working, offense and defense. So there we are. And it looks like Grand Rapids is also off in the second round. Now Clefbaum's been injured, mild concussion. Okay, we just throw Lindstrom in there. We want them to still be good. And it ain't worth putting in either of those guys because Crawford's old. And this guy is pretty trash. So put him in. All right. Let's see who we're going to be matched up with in the second round here. Got some good time to rest. And it'll be Toronto. So all that trash I talked on Matthews, now we're going to see what they're all about. Okay, let's check. Ooh, look at Hughes go. Great start in the playoffs there for Hughes. But let's check the team stats first. 3.4 goals for, 2.0 goals against. Power play was actually working for us in the playoffs. That's a huge sign. It rarely does. But that's awesome. And penalty kill was going well too. All right. I like it. Special teams is working. 5-on-5 seems to be working perfect on the road. We have lost a game on home ice. No big deal though. But again, that was only Florida. They weren't the strongest of teams. But how much stronger are the Leafs going to be? We'll see. Look at this. A second line center going to town. 7 points for Hughes. 7 points for Paling. 6 for Byfield. 5 for Zikov. 5 for Zadina, redeeming himself. 5 for Mantha. Top 6 are all point per game. That's what you need sometimes in the playoffs. And then depth scoring, 3 points, 2 points. Not a whole lot of depth scoring, though. That's the one thing you got to be, we got 4 guys without any points yet. It has only been 5 games. But you're going to want those guys to contribute. That fourth line is minus. Okay. Defensively, top pairing is also minus. Could switch them up again. But no need to hit the panic button yet. We won the series. Jones and Ghost Spare getting some points. Vahalati hasn't got any points yet. Everyone else is a plus. Funk fought. And of course, Komisarek locking it down and giving us consistent great goaltending in the playoffs, as he does in the regular season. So, I like it. Looking good. Now let's see what Toronto has to offer us. What do you guys got? All right, Andreas Janssen, Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner. So Matthews now first line, but with that 58 points, I think the scouting, although, maybe not wrong. Interesting. Bracco, Tavares, Salvador, Bailey, Quill. It's a good third line. Fourth line's decent. What is their strength? Decent defense, but like, what is winning them game? Hellebuck. That would be it. They picked up Hellebuck. Okay, so Hellebuck, and they have Allen. That's ridiculous, dude. Yeah, this is good. This might be tough. Yeah, they don't look super strong offensively, and they haven't produced like it. And maybe our goaltending can really help us, but we might have trouble scoring against them, especially with lacking seemingly some of the depth scoring right now. We got to be careful. And if their depth starts scoring on our fourth line, that is an issue. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that throughout this series for sure. All right, well, let's see what happens here. Game 1, we got the home ice advantage. They finished their series in 5. We finished ours in 5. Both teams are rested. Both teams are ready to go head-to-head here. Game 1 in Little Caesars Arena. Zadina. I did not mean to hit that. Son of a bitch. I just best lines to everything. God, that pisses me off. I meant to go down to continue. Oh, no. Fuck me, dude. Holy crap. That is annoying. And we lost the game. You know what? Let me try one game with the best lines. I just want to see one game with the best lines. Come on. Win the second game, you bastards. No, we still lost. Holy shit. Cool. I thought, oh, maybe the best lines will help. No. God damn it, dude. I'm going to go off camera and do this. Well, that was very annoying, but I got the lines back to how they were. I don't have to worry about like 3-on-3 or anything like that, but we're going to try something. We have not been able to score against this fucking team, so we're going to try the old switcheroo, go with this first line onto the second line and the second line onto the first line, see if that'll do anything. But yeah, we're in a bit of trouble here. Cool, I didn't do the defense. That's fine, no big deal. That's all I need to do. Although, are these guys still minuses? Yes. Still minus. Get up there. Let's do a little switch right there. Drew, Rob, Mick, Isaac are fine. Jesus, okay. I got everything else done. Power play back to how it was. Oh, God, that was the worst thing ever to have happen. I hate the best lines. So we're going to try this. Try that switchy thing, because, yeah, he hasn't scored in this series yet. So we're going to try to get more favorable matchups. No points for the third. 1 point for you. Third line is still what Kovacs has got some. That's got to be all power play, am I right? You got a couple goals. We need more depth scoring, though. Look at these minuses. All right, Roosevelt, you're out. I'm putting in Sorelli here. Need some more defense here. Let's go. Some more defense. And maybe move Rasmussen up to get more offense on the third line. Let's try it. 86 and 84. It's, who knows? I can go. That's going to be pure defense for that. I don't know. Let's not go too crazy. Maybe not. I do want some more shutdown here. All right, let's try this out. We're going with the wholesale first and second line change, but we need to score. That's just how it is. Couldn't score it with our lines or the best lines. We now lost 2 games on home ice. We have to win a game here. We have to win here in Toronto. We cannot go out like this. Come on, Detroit. My goodness. We still can't score. We just can't score. We ran into a hot goaltender. I don't know what else to say. We ran into a hot goaltender. And now we're just getting completely fucked by it. What can I do, really? We can't score with the lines. I even tried switching first and second line. It did nothing. So, I don't know. I guess just lose the series because we ran into a hot goaltender and we're not going to be allowed to score, I guess. So, that's really unfortunate. But what can you do? We just decided to stop scoring there. Okay, we win that game 3-0. We have a fighting chance. Come on, guys. Just game by game, step by step. Game 5, home ice. Thank you. Okay, 5-1. Wait a second. Now we found our scoring legs. Game 6. Do we dare hope to force a game 7 here? Do we dare to dream? Fuck. We do not. 3-1 loss once again, and we are out in the second round, which is bullshit. But I think honestly, that's a hot goaltender that we just ran into. Hellebuck, I think he was just going absolutely apeshit. I'm just gonna check on him. I don't care. Can I change? Yeah, I can change teams from here. I literally don't care about anyone else. But I think his numbers are about to be fucking insane. Because that's ridiculous. Yeah. That is pretty nuts. I mean, we did make them worse, but it's because we scored a lot of goals in those few games there. But holy crap, like, yeah. I still feel like we could have scored more, and I'm a little disappointed, but we screwed ourselves with the first 3 games. You know, we did fine. Games 4 and 5. We needed to have one more game like that. Like, one more game, and we would have been in completely different shape, but we got screwed. Maybe not fixing the best lines, but sometimes, and weirdly in this game, sometimes best lines is incredibly good for you, but made us do worse. But I switched them back. We still lost, so, I mean, I even tried the switch, and then I switched everything back like that. I don't even know. It's just, damn. It's a tough one. It's a tough one to swallow. I really feel like this team was good enough to go all the way. Yeah, we ran into a hot goaltender, but there was times where we just failed to score, which is very interesting considering. Let's see here. Look, can we spot an issue? Now remember, everyone was point per game in the top 6 going into the second round. Zadina got nothing in the second round. Cool. Paling got a couple. Zikov, fucking hell, Zadina dropped below point per game. Hughes stayed above. No points from Veleno the entire time. Sorelli went in there. He was a plus. He had 2 assists in 4 games played, man. He made a positive impact. The fact is, we didn't have we had too many passengers. I mean, 1 point, dude. You're an 85 playing third line. How do you not get more than that? Veleno was 0 points. Like, dude. 4th line center for you. Bye-bye Rasmussen. And get a new 3rd line center. I want a hybrid 3rd line. You weren't shutting, like this, the thing is, this line wasn't shutting down and they weren't scoring, so they were a nothing 3rd line. I think that's part of the issue. Another issue is that Dina didn't fucking produce again. So I'm getting really annoyed with him. See what happens. We'll see if he can maybe rebound next year. He's on a great deal, but Vahalati didn't do enough. I mean, he hilariously got the most points about our defenseman, but it's not enough. Damn, man. You know, Komisarek, can you blame this guy? No. Look at his numbers. They were almost as good as Hellebuck's. The fact of the matter is, when the chips were down, we didn't have enough ways to score. And when we went against a hot goaltender, for some reason our offense didn't show up. And we lost to a team that, in my opinion, we should not have lost to, but that's the nature of the playoffs sometimes. I think we can make this team stronger. I think second line could definitely be improved upon. I don't know if Zikov. I like Zikov. I don't know about Zadina anymore, though. I think we need, like, a big old helper on that line. Byfield proved a lot to me this year. He had a great year. Great playoffs. Not great, but 9 points in 11 games played isn't bad. I mean, he had 63-point regular season. I want to see more Quentin Byfield playing with Hughes and Mantha. But this second line's got a lot to prove after a year like this. A lot to prove. And third line, I think we could restructure this. Veleno, I want to try to keep him fourth line. I still like VC, still 31. I liked what Sorelli brought to the table. I might actually just sign his ass and get just a freaking defensive fourth line here, and maybe say fuck you to some guys who want to are making way for. Although maybe not Hilbert. Maybe I got to bring up Hilbert because he's ridiculous. Yeah, and he's a two-way forward. Haskins, on the other hand, I might try him on the second line for a bit. If Zadina is struggling, I might try this guy on the second line because he's really strong in his stats, but I want to see if he could produce. But the same thing, he had great defense, but he didn't seem to shut it down. It was rough. It was kind of rough right there. Like I said, I think we had the opportunity, and just a few different pieces. I think maybe when we didn't have enough depth scoring. But at the same time, we kind of did. It looks like we did, but maybe it's because of just some big games in there. It's hard to say. Let's see. There's a pretty steep drop-off. I mean, Zadina only he didn't get a single point in the second round. That's pretty sad, actually. Yeah, I definitely think we need a bit more depth scoring, because you look at all the stuff down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, Draper doesn't count. But 5 guys with 0 points who were playing. And most of them minuses. Yeah. We definitely needed a bit more help than the depth. Hughes did fine. Paling did fine. Byfield, Mantha. Those are decent numbers. These are winnable. These are you can win with these series. But the drop off was starting after Zykov. Paling, Zykov did fine, but then Kovacs doing more than his fair share as a third liner with some power play time, sure, but 6 points, 11 games played for third line, that's great. Zadina, unacceptable. Yeah, I don't know. I think we just needed a little bit more, a couple more points here and there from people in our depth, and maybe just a bit more shutdown at times too. But you can't win a lot of games when you're only scoring 1 goal. And that was a big problem. When it seemed like if our top 6 got shut down, we had nothing. But then again, how does our top line get shut down? Maybe more like it. But yeah, it makes sense the second line could get shut down. So it's tough. It's a tough one. But overall, goaltender was great. Defense, I don't know. What do we do with Ghost Despair? Dude, next year, should we take a step back to take a step forward? Should we look more in depth and not try to go straight for it? Or what? Or do we kind of keep going the way we're going? But Ghost Despair, I don't think comes back anyway. Unless we bring him back to bring him back. But here's the thing. We have that one guy. Very, very descriptive, I know. Dingman. 85, 20. He'll be eligible to be signed next year. Defensive defenseman. I think pair him with Jones eventually. I think we can hold on to Jones for a while. Jones is still relatively young. Well, he's now 30, so he's getting up there, but we got him one more year. We can give him another short-term deal if we want to really hold on to it. But I do really like Jones on this team. He gets points, he shuts down. It's very good. Vahalati can continue to be a top 4, I think. We have him on a very, very affordable contract for what he brings to the table. Ghost Despair, on the other hand, wants a contract, but like I said, if we bring in that 85 guy, which we likely will, someone's got to leave. And Ghost Despair, I think, is the guy on the table. So that's kind of the idea right now. That'll be the reset. And like I said, with the high-ass up Nashville pick, we could be getting ourselves someone who could be a real game changer. So maybe we do take a step back to take a step forward, or 2 steps forward. I'm not too sure. We'll have to kind of reassess after the draft and where we are at in free agency. But let me know your guys' thoughts and things like that. Remember to leave that like, and I will see you guys in the next one. Watching my videos just isn't enough sin for you. Be sure to go over there on Twitter and shoot me a follow, and you could even join our Discord server as well to talk with some of the other sinners out there. The links to both are in the description.